People are telling me today that I'm going to look like I've got mental health issues because I'm defying the government and I'm going to take them on when they've given me money. I'm not taking all the government on. I'm just questioning why the Department of Education doesn't fulfill what Greg Hunt, to be honest with you, he's done the right thing. He's been good for children. He's cared about children. And people just want to tell me I'm going to be considered as having emotional problems. And it's funny because all of these people work with government. And even government tells me that if I go ahead with this and embarrass them, my funding will stop. It's completely outrageous that I'm going to be considered unstable because I care. I give a toss about children. And I give a toss about corruption. I give a toss about accountability in authority. I'm tired of it. Yes, I've lived a life of it. And I'm tired of it. I don't want to play a game. I don't want to play the game. Someone told me today, just play the game. You're getting money from them. I don't want to play the game. I don't want money. Sometimes I think government just pays out large sums of money for silence so that activists don't have anything to say to challenge them. I feel really isolated. It's very, very hard to feel that people are criticising you when they talk about peerism as if they've got this academic qualification that presides over logic. Logic to me is that we care about our children and our families first, no matter what. Governments are becoming more and more like businesses. They don't operate from a citizen first perspective. They make promises that they're not accountable to. And I'm a woman and I'm sad. That doesn't make me unstable. It just means that I'm the full 88 keyboard. I don't want to play the middle 8. I want to say I build programs for children. I build programs for families because I care about the rights of children to have a good life. The rights of children to know and to make choices given information. I keep looking that way. I probably look cross-eyed. Sorry. Okay. I do love my daughter so much. And it matters to me that she's in a world where you've got so many decisions being made. by bureaucrats who are so disassociated from my daughter's life and from all of our children's lives, even though they've got their own. Humanity is confusing because without the ability to survive and to survive with some self-determination, society falls apart. And yet government takes this self-determination constantly away from people. Things might not have been as technologically advanced years ago, but community was stronger. And children played together in the streets, and neighbourhoods meant something. And for years and years and hundreds of years, community have relied on each other to help each other. And now government just has this capacity, this unlimited amount of money to advertise whatever they want to advertise and say, I promise this and I promise that, and I'm a this person and I'm a that person. But if they don't deliver, it's exhausting. I want a government that if it says it's going to do something, then do it. And why I'm upset is not because of the money. I don't care about the money. Take the money back. It's $1 a child for children to be, for families to feel certain that their children are being fed and nourished properly while in a regulated environment. It's $1 a child. It's nothing. I'm sure as Australia we could raise that money and give it to the childcare services. It's not about that. It's about the fact that government is a revolving door on itself, and one part of it says, great, let's do this for the kids. And then the next party comes along and says, I've got no invested interest in this. And then I look unprofessional because I'm crying and I'm willing to cry about it. I don't want to hide that I'm feeling sad. I have government funding to roll this out. But it's so debilitating. When you've got individuals who are corrupt or unconscionable, mislead, self-serving, are above accountability. So I look unprofessional. Okay. But I'd much rather look this way and feel honest and say what I'm doing than the characterisations of the menagerie madhouse that's been going on in Parliament for years now. Spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars advertising things they know they're not going to deliver. And behaving like schoolyard children and asking us to participate in the antics of schoolyard children. We have a real science here. We have real capacity to improve children's health and their welfare. in early childhood services, the Department of Health have issued warrant for this to occur. And why am I upset? I'm upset because I have government people telling me, don't embarrass the government. You'll lose your funding. Why should Australian children suffer? Because I want to ask the government why. It's blackmail. It's bloody blackmail. And any government that would participate in that sort of bullying someone from the government tells me your daughter will suffer if you take on the government. That's just not right. How can all my moral conscience agree with these statements? And if I'm embarrassing myself by showing my humanity, then shame on you, government. You want to talk about mental health? I'm upset. It doesn't make me have a mental health problem. I'm upset at being told things that are just inappropriate. And to be threatened, it's just inappropriate. Why isn't there anybody who the government is accountable to? The Department of Education is corrupt and has been for a very long time. Well, for certainly a long time since I've been working with them. And yes, I say I work with government. I work with the government for how long, I don't know, because I'm just demonstrating upset. I work with government, but I sit for our children, I sit for our families, and we're all children of Australia, all of us. We all deserve the best attributes that government pay for and that government implement. And just because someone else comes along, because government is so fat, it's got so much waste in it, and everybody projecting, not everybody, there's fantastic people, by the way. But one woman comes along and says, you mean nothing to us. We're satisfied with our standards. Don't be satisfied with the standards. And don't talk to me like that. It's not appropriate. It's disrespectful. It's hurtful. It's inconsiderate. And I'm not a machine. It's taken a lot for me to invest my heart into caring for these kids. Someone fighting on a consistent basis for the right message, for the right side of history. And you just see these children as business. It's just a business transaction. And it's not acceptable. I hope that the Labor government aren't like that. I hope the Labor government will take on the wonderful programs that have been built for Australians, by academics, by taxpayers' money, and implement them and not be rude about it. Not say, I don't even need to look at it because I wasn't around when you built it. And I hope that Australian people won't say to me, oh, you're upset with government, you're going to look unstable. They're the most unstable bunch of hypocrites. Government is a farce, and I just question. We need an authority, sure. We do. We need someone to manage the affairs. But to dictate the terms of children's health and welfare at the behest of their best opportunities is just corrupt. It's just self-serving, and it's misplacement of values. If they don't like me because I cry, so be it. But it's because I'm fighting. I'm fighting a machine, and that machine is like this bloody fog that just surrounds us, and anybody who challenges them, you're shut down. You're immediately shut down. And the Department of Education do not want to be accountable for children's health and children's welfare. They've got their standard around education, and that's the priority to them, even though the regulations and the legislation says otherwise. They don't know how to deal with health, and they don't know where to place it. They don't know where to place welfare and child protection and early intervention. They don't know. They don't know how to say, this is important. And all this education should also include health. If we don't encourage our children to be healthy and strong and know what it is they need to do for their well-being and physical and mental health, then we are deceiving ourselves with rhetoric, and we are abusing these children's rights. So call me what you will. I applaud Greg Hunt, and I applaud a few people. At the moment, I'm going to say I applaud Greg Hunt because he has been championing children. First Minister to invest in children's health in early childhood. First Minister to actually recognise it. And then the Department of Education give him the bird. It's his initiative, and his own colleagues give him the bird because the bureaucracy don't want to be accountable for health and welfare. The bureaucracy have set their standards only on education. The problem for the bureaucracy is that this is regulated by education. It's not regulated by health. Anyway, phone call coming in. That's a nice distraction. I'm okay. I'm just upset. And I want people to know that it's okay to be upset without being accused of having mental health problems. It's just completely out of order. It's scary, to be honest with you. The hypocrisy of pouring so much money into mental health and then accusing someone or suggesting that because I'm challenging them, I've got mental health issues. That's really out of order. I am an alto, I'm a soprano, and I'm a middle eight. But don't box me in the middle eight. I'm not going to play that game, and I'm not going to buy into the corruption or the malpractice that's going on. I'm not going to do that anymore at all in my life. Am I wanting to play the game? I want to say what's missing for the millions of families out there that aren't being given the right information. I just want the government to be honest and to care about children first. And to care about and respect families. Okay. Night. It's my car talk again. Good night.